Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing on this Friday morning? It is the 12th day of January, raining out here. In fact, we just had a heavy downpour at this location. The temperature is 63 here at 4:02 in the morning, but temperatures will dramatically plunge as the day goes on today. We'll talk about that plunge. I mean, yesterday we had a high of 76. By tomorrow morning, at this moment, temperatures will be in the upper 20s. How about that? I've updated your weekend numbers, and they're all lower than what I told you yesterday. And by the way, there's a second Arctic front arriving on Tuesday. Could there be some sort of wintry precipitation with that front? Well, the big story is the cold air behind that second front. Are you ready? Let's get started. Oh boy. As I make this in the middle of the night, strong Arctic cold front in Mississippi is about to sweep across the entire state of Alabama. 60s out ahead of it, then 30s and 20s immediately behind the front. That's about as dramatic as cold fronts get. And here's the band of rain that moves quickly across the state during the morning hours today. I think by noon the front has reached the Georgia border and the rain is out of here and the cold air starts to pour in. You see that frozen precipitation up there in North Alabama? Maybe some ice pellets or maybe some light snow briefly, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal at all, just a novelty effect. For today, falling temperatures. It's in the 60s as I make this, then the 50s, then the 40s, then the 30s, and the winds will make it seem colder. Northwest 15 to 20 miles per hour. We're down to 28 by first thing tomorrow morning. A windy, cold day tomorrow. High temperatures in the lower 40s, but the winds will make it seem more like the 30s. And then a frigid morning on Sunday morning. I think we're down to about 22 and only up to a high of 40 for the day on Sunday. And is that another Arctic cold front coming in? Well, Monday night, it's just north of the state, moving southward. That blue is a little band of snow with it. And on Tuesday morning, the GFS has a tiny bit of moisture with it, enough for a few snow flurries, perhaps. That's Tuesday morning on the GFS. It's a little faster than the European. It shows a little band of maybe some snow flurries on Tuesday afternoon, moving in with this Arctic front. But it's not going to be a big deal, and the big story is the cold behind it. Look at this. The European on Wednesday morning is printing 15. That's not wind chill. 15 in Montgomery, 14 Troy, 17 in Dothan. How about that? How about wind chill? Well, this is the GFS showing wind chills in single digits all the way down into South Alabama and below zero in North Alabama on Wednesday morning. Oh boy, it's going to get dramatic. 42 the high tomorrow after a morning low of 28. We're down to 22 Sunday morning, then a little recovery Monday afternoon before that second front moves in. I'll put in a 20% chance of a snow flurry. Okay, don't go crazy on me here. On 45 for a high on Tuesday, morning low 17 on Wednesday. Look at this. The European is printing a high of 29 Wednesday and a morning low of 15. It's not out of the question. We're just looking at trends here. Then look at the big warm-up the following week as we get into the 50s, then into the 60s. And the GFS showing couple of mornings in the upper teens or lower 20s in the middle of next week with a high of 37. Then the big recovery as we get back into the 60s as we get into a trend of warmer temperatures and the Arctic air goes away and we get into that late January thaw, which will take us also into February and bring it on. We are ready for that. You can stay on top of all the dramatic weather changes with hourly forecast, 10-day forecast, and a whole lot more. It's going to be your best friend during this Arctic outbreak. Go to the App Store and pick up our weather app. It's free, and it'll be very useful to you, believe me. No video tomorrow morning, but there will be an extensive blog update tomorrow morning and Sunday morning as I continue to update you not only on the cold this weekend, but the cold that lies ahead coming in next week. Live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1 with Greg, Jay, and Emily, except Jay is away for a couple of days, and Bailey the Wonder Dog will be in there too. Bailey, you realize you're out in the rain, don't you? Come on in here. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Well, your forecast across the dial whenever you want it on the Blue Water family of stations. That's 8 stations twice an hour across the dial. I'll be wearing more than this tomorrow. I know that. Have a good day. See you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.